This is Woodstock Academy Live. Today's game is brought to you by Bosquet's Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, The O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, Girardi Insurance Services, and Oconchabar Productions, LLC.
Snap is low, he picks it up, goes back to throw, in trouble to the left, looks to the right, looks to throw it downfield, and does! It's complete to Brandon Nagel at the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Woodstock Academy! Sent in by Wilcox, kicked away by Valley Regional, picked back up by Tracy, sent back in, knocked in, a goal for Woodstock Academy is the answer.
Now, for all the play-by-play action, here's Woodstock Academy Sports Information Director Mark Allard and color commentator extraordinaire Craig Smith.
And a good evening and welcome to the Alumni Fieldhouse here at Woodstock Academy as the Woodstock Academy Centaurs get ready to take on the Fitch Falcons in the season opener, the 2022-23 season opener for boys basketball. Mark Allard being joined once again by Greg Smith as we are set for some more hoops. Had a great game last night with the Woodstock Academy girls coming up with a nice win over the Talon Eagles, and now we get to see a boys hoop basketball game.
Absolutely, and a boys game against divisional rivals, Fitch.
Yeah.
The Fitch Falcons are in the house. I'm sure they don't like driving up from Groton, but I don't care.
I didn't think you did care. No. Of course, it is a new divisional rival because the Fitch Falcons, 7-15 a year ago, but 7-15, 1-5 in Division One. But the Eastern Connecticut Conference realigns every year, and Fitch dropped down to Division II this year, which makes this a divisional confrontation as Woodstock Academy remained in Division II in boys, Division I in girls.
Right.
So it's a little bit different. I know you got to keep up with all the comings
all the
and goings.
Permutations.
Yeah. I like that word. That's a good word for it.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
You got
I'm here
permutations
for SAT words every once in a while.
Once in a while, we get those out there for sure. When you think about this, you also have a new factor involved here. We got a brand new coach.
Brand new coach,
Academy, Dante Adams.
Dante Adams. Brand new idea. You've got a young nucleus from last year. You lost a lot of seniors off last year's team, and these guys are all looking around. Who's going to do what? Who can we depend on? And they're very excited. Talking to the guys today in class, they are very excited.
I think there's no question about that. And, of course, last year you had the makings at the end of the year especially of the nucleus of this year's team. Brady Erickson started coming on very nicely at the end, a 6'6" sophomore now, but he was only a freshman a year ago.
Right.
And you do have some of those key pieces back. Brandon Nagel, Braden Saucier. Nice to see Braden back on the floor. There's
wearing
no
a
question.
uniform,
yes,
and actually participating.
Absolutely. After all the issues, of course, over the football season, so nice to have Braden Saucier back in the house. And you also have the Carter Morissets of the world. And you've got some other, let's put it this way, intangibles. Teddy Richardson.
Right. New guy,
Dante
lefty.
Adams kind of like what he saw.
Right, absolutely.
You've got Hunter Larson, who did see some varsity playing time last year, now coming up into the ranks here today. So go ahead.
I have always used this analogy. It's like Christmas morning. You don't know what you've got. You don't know when the lights come on what they're going to do. Now, Coach Adams has had a couple of weeks of practice with them, and you try and simulate this. but it's nothing like when the lights go on and another team comes in your gym. And this one counts. This one goes in the record books.
This one goes in the record books. And by the way, we had a chance to talk to the new head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, Dante Adams. We'll be back with Dante.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Welcome back to Woodstock Academy, the Alumni Fieldhouse. Yeah, we're back. Boys basketball. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs taking on the Fitch Falcons. But someone who wasn't here, well, he was, but in different capacity. Dante Adams, the new head coach of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. And Dante, now comes the real deal. You get to coach a basketball game. Is it kind of like about time?
It's about time, man. Definitely be looking forward to it. You know, the last couple of weeks, I had the countdowns marked on my phone. So, I mean, I've been counting down the days, and I'm excited that it's finally here.
No question about that. You've had a couple of weeks of practice. What have you seen from this team so far?
The guys progressed over the past few weeks, man. I know I was hard on them as far as like with details, a lot of detailed things the past few weeks, but they definitely been coming together as a whole collective team, and I'm excited to see them put it all together tonight.
What kind of things have you liked that you've seen over the past 3 weeks?
Past 3 weeks, I like the unselfishness on the team. They're very unselfish. I say a lot of times they're too unselfish, but listen, that's a great thing, you know. So one thing I'm big on as a coach is like one more pass, one more possession, one more rebound. That all those little things will help us win the game. So the guys been very locked in as far as just like what I want, and they've been putting it, they've been executing on the court.
One thing, if they had issues, sometimes it was scoring last year. It was just getting that that good scoring effort across the board. Have you seen any of that? Have you seen people take charge out there as far as putting the ball in the hoop?
I've seen, yeah. So Brandon Nagel, he's actually playing off the ball this year. I know he played on the ball, so that's why it's great that we have Braden Saucier back, because he's going to be playing on the ball a lot this year. With a few other guards on the bench that's going to come off there. I'm looking forward to the guys coming off the bench, to contribute as far as putting the ball in the hole, along with Braden and James, So pretty much it's going to be a spread effort around the team as far as like scoring-wise. It could be Brandon's night one day, and then you could have Hunter coming off the bench. So that's what we can hurt people at with our depth, So we got a lot of depth on the team, and I'm excited about that also.
And as far as defense is concerned, how's it been looking?
I'm big on defense.
I know you are.
I told him, I said, listen, give me 100% on the defensive end, and the offense, you guys could, play. You guys can play basketball. I'm not going to hold you back. But on defense, I'm going to critique you guys. I'm going to be real detailed. You guys got to be on the outside, You guys got to be able to box out. All those little things, It's going to help us win a basketball game. But definitely excited to see the progression Brady's going to have. Brady's going to have Brady. The pressure Brady's going to have this upcoming season as far as last season on the defensive end, He's raw. He's a real raw talent. So in practice, and he asks questions. That's what I love about him the most. He asks questions. So when he doesn't understand anything, he'll come up to me and ask questions. So I'm excited to see him on the defensive side of the ball also, as much as I'm excited to see him on the offensive side.
He didn't really get a lot of minutes until late last year, Brady, that is. And when he did get the minutes, he started to produce. Did it add some confidence, do you think, to him for this year?
No, definitely. Then, I'm one of his biggest fans also. So I'm telling him, as far as last year, listen, those is baby steps. Now you got to put on your big boy pants. It's time to get ready to roll. Like I said, and I told you before, you got to play like a senior. We're expecting big things. The guys are expecting big things out of him, and he's definitely capable of doing it. So I'm ready for Brady to have a big year, and I'm going to treat him like, he's a senior, even though he's a young sophomore.
The rumors are true. Tusk, the world's #1 tribute to Fleetwood Mac, is coming to Luce Center for the Arts in Woodstock, Connecticut on January 21st, 2023. Landslide, Go Your Own Way, The Chain. They'll play all your favorites. So say you will, say you will. Book your tickets on theluce.org. That's theluce.org.
And welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse here at Woodstock Academy as we get ready for the starting lineups for the season opener here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. Gotta like that. You all set, sir? He says he's ready to go. Woodstock Academy Athletic Director Sean Saucier and our starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Alumni Fieldhouse on the campus of the Woodstock Academy for tonight's game featuring the Falcons from Fitch High School and your hometown Woodstock Academy Centaurs. The Woodstock Academy and the ECC have pledged to make our athletic events an enjoyable and safe environment for all fans, players, and officials involved in the contest. We thank you for your cooperation, and we thank you for helping to create a positive high school athletic environment. And now let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's game. First, the visitors, the Falcons from Fitch High School. A freshman guard, number 1, Javon Robinson. A junior guard, number 5, Xanier Timmerman. A junior forward, number 11, Jacob Francis. A senior guard, number 4, Mike Wagner. And a senior guard, number 3, Lorenzo Rivera. The Falcons are coached by Charles Sylvan and assisted by Chad Fleming and Brian Riley. And now, Centaur Nation, let's make some noise. Starting at forward, a 6'6" sophomore, number 14, Brady Erickson. A 6'2" senior forward, number 4, Carter Morrison. A 5'9" senior guard, number 10, Braden Saucier. A 6'5" senior forward, number 11, James Deleva Boshe. And a 6-foot senior guard, number 12, Brandon Nago. The Centaurs are coached by Mr. Dante Adams and assisted by Colin Singleton and Denzel Washington. At this time, I would ask a representative from each team to come to the table to read an announcement. James? Coach? He goes first. There you go, buddy. That's your part.
The top?
Yep.
Okay.
Right. Yep. All right. Put the mic up. You're good. You're
Okay.
good.
The student athletes of the ECC are here to remind you that we are just kids and we are here to learn, play hard, and have fun. We are not professional athletes. Please remember your words can affect our performance and us. Please set an example for everyone in attendance and represent your school well. Before you speak, please pause and ask yourself if you would want to be spoken to in that way.
there shall be no negative speech or harassment towards players, other fans, or coaches. We expect respectful behavior towards referees, but there should be no interaction between fans and the referees. Respect chants and cheers are welcome, but spectators must cheer for athletes, not against them. We will not tolerate any targeted comments towards specific players. We also expect the outcome of the contest to be left on the floor. After the game, we will not accept negativity online or outside of the school. Any behavior in the stands that disrupts the game will not be tolerated and may result in your expulsion from the stands. Thank you for your cooperation and support all our student athletes. Let's have a great game.
Thank you.
At this time, please rise and remove your headwear for the playing of the national anthem.
The national anthem and everything, because I think we are ready for some basketball here. No question about that. As we get set to go.
Crowds filing in. Nice crowd tonight. Nice to see so many of the girls basketball team here to root on the guys. The guys were here last night for them. We also have hockey players over there, boys and girls, indoor track. A lot of students here tonight.
Well, the
nice
thing about it was, last night we had a girls' hockey game, we had a boys' hockey game, and we had a girls' basketball game. Tonight, this is the only show in the house, as the saying goes.
Yes, sir.
So we're set to roll as jumping it up will be Jacob Francis, I do believe, for Fitch, coming out in their red uniforms with the black and white trim.
It's a terrible color combination.
I kind of figured you might say that. And the Woodstock Academy Centaurs in the white jerseys, the home whites, with the navy blue and gold trim.
Great color combination.
Brady Erickson jumping up against Jacob Francis, and we are set to go here at Woodstock Academy. Settle in for this Thursday night of basketball. Braden Saucier pulls it down for the Centaurs in the center circle.
Fitch comes out man-to-man.
Lorenzo Rivera working against Braden Saucier, working down that right side, switches it to the left. Carter Morissette, top of the key. Morissette trying to find some room, gave it to Nagel. Nagel kicks it back out. Erickson for three, get it! It's nice when your 6'6" guy can step out and bury a three.
Yes, he can, anywhere, anytime.
3-0 in favor of the Centaurs. The JV game lasted absolutely forever. This is Javon Robinson. Robinson over in the corner. Francis dribbles around, goes around Beauchene,
nice up and under.
Beauchene, and put it up and in. 3-2 in favor of the Centaurs. We got a rogue light that's staring me right in the face. I don't know if you can see it. It's a spotlight up on top. Carter Morissette with the runner. Good. Nice basket. No one has missed so far.
And let's keep it that way.
5-2 in favor of the Centaurs. Francis with the basketball. Francis looks to drive into the lane, loses control. Braden Saucier picked up the loose ball, went through the wickets of Brady and Erickson. Picked up by whom? It's still on the ground, and finally picked up by Erickson. So it officially goes as a turnover, although there might have been like 3 or 4 turnovers in that little mix-up, if you will, on the floor. Braden Saucier with the basketball against Rivera. There's Erickson at the high post. Erickson, he's going to put it up from there. Why not? Nope, not this time. Rebound comes down to Timmerman.
Erickson shoots better in fluid motion.
This is a runner along the baseline. That ball was just a turnover as it just ended up in the arms of the Centaurs. Nagel drives, and the first, and an offensive foul against Brandon Nagel. Timmerman took the charge. Okay, remember what you said, Mr. Smith. Remember what you said, Mr. Smith. You may be nicer to the officials this year.
12. Yes, and I did say that. But foolish calls are foolish calls.
Mike Wagner.
That was a block. I know we don't have the
replay,
and we don't use the parabola that's in the lane.
Wow, that's Francis driving in and getting the hoop.
Francis is the offense for Fitch.
Thus far, all 4 points, 5-4. And that ball goes out of bounds, last touched by whom? And a timeout called by Dante Adams and Woodstock Academy. 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. With the score, 5-4 in favor of the Centaurs.
Fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org. Or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
Back with you here in the spotlight at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
You and I are always in the spotlight.
It's staring at us.
Right.
It's like bearing down on us. I don't know. And I have come up with a new idea that I like to stand when I'm doing basketball. And actually, I guess I like to stand whenever I'm doing play-by-play.
You can have the stand. I'll save my knees.
There you go. You
save
your knees, and I'll wear them out. What can I tell you?
What we saw in the JV game was man pressure all over the floor. Now Fitch has fallen into a zone. No, it's man.
It's man.
Maybe.
I don't know about that, actually. Erickson with the basketball over the top of the head of Morissette. Last touched by the Centaurs. He'll go back over to Fitch. Turnover, Woodstock Academy.
And what we saw last night with the girls' team is Ava Monahan doing such a nice job at the elbow passing.
Yes.
Erickson needs to do that same thing.
Timmerman up ahead to Francis. Francis has been the problem right now for the Centaurs. Francis against Deleva Beauchene spins in and a travel violation. Oh, I thought that light was going to go
light went out for a second and then came right back on.
Only for a second, unfortunately. Turnover against the Falcons. 5.5 to play here in the first quarter. Like we said, late start due to a very lengthy, foul-prone JV contest, which was won by Fitch, by the way. Braden Saucier brings the ball down the floor against Rivera. Francis ends up on the floor. Deleva Beauchene in the low post. Brady Erickson turns and puts it up, and he gets fouled on the play.
He got the mismatch. Javon Robinson was on the much taller Erickson, but Erickson short-armed the shot.
Yeah.
Go hard to the hole, especially when you hear that whistle.
Brady Erickson averaged 6.4 points per game for the Centaurs last season. Got a lot of playing time at the end of the year. Kind of sparingly at the beginning as a freshman, and he misses the first free throw. One more attempt here for Brady Erickson. Charles Sylvan, the head coach of the Fitch Falcons. Dante Adams, the head coach of Woodstock Academy. Erickson's second opportunity. Puts it up, and it's no good. Rebound Morissette. Back up with it, puts it up and good. So a couple of missed free throws, but they get it back and make it a 7-4 game. Three-pointer is up and no good for Fitch. Robinson was long with it. Rebound came down to Morissette.
Morissette's really showed me something so far this game, Mark.
He's been moving quickly.
Offensive rebound, defensive rebound.
Saucier working his way into the lane. Tried to get it to Erickson. It's knocked away by Timmerman. Timmerman to the hole, and he gets fouled by Morissette. Or was it Saucier?
Should be Morissette.
It might be Morissette. That's who I had it as. But it will be Nagel.
And that's 2 on Nagel.
That's the person they didn't want to see catch up on a foul. Second one on Nagel, second one on the Centaurs. And Timmerman to the free throw line. The junior puts up the first one, and it's good. One more attempt here for Timmerman. Xander Timmerman for Fitch.
Point went to the wrong side. Okay, she's on it.
And the second one is up and no good. Rebound, Erickson. And that one goes over to Erickson again after he briefly handed it off to Hunter Larson, who's in the game. Morissette dishes it off. This is Garrett Bushy back over to Hunter Larson. So you got Garrett Bushy, and you've got Hunter Larson with Morissette, Erickson, and DeLeva Beauchene. With the basketball is Erickson, well outside against Francis. This is Larson, top of the key. Bullet pass down low. Jumper is up for Bushy. It's no good. Rebound comes down to the Centaurs as Bushy got it back again. Larson dumps it down low. Picked up by Beauchene. Lost out of bounds. It'll stay with the Centaurs. There's been good ball movement, but it's not paying a lot of dividends early on here.
I like Bushy. Misses the three, but he goes and gets his own rebound.
Yes.
Follow your shot, youngsters. Anybody listening to this game, always follow your shot. You know where you missed.
This is Morissette out on the left wing. Dumps it down to Erickson at the elbow. Back out. This is Bushy. Over to Morissette. Morissette to Larson. Larson goes to the left, tripped up, falls to the floor. That was a travel without a doubt.
It was either a foul or a travel.
Whichever you prefer, but they didn't call either. So Larson will get the ball. You got to remember, this is the first game for the officials too. Larson threw that one right past Erickson and out of bounds. Turnover on Woodstock Academy. We all get a little rusty. We got that. It's coming in is number 23. That would be Virtue. That's Nathan Virtue, am I correct?
Nate Virtue,
Nate
yes.
Virtue, yes. I forgot to add him to this list because he was a late addition. At least to the roster. He was not on the CIAC roster.
And I'm happy to see Francis go out of the game. I just have to tell you.
Rivera with the basketball against Larson. Left side. They work it over to Wagner and a foul called.
Carter Morissette.
It is indeed Carter, his first.
Team's third.
And to the ball to the near side for Wagner, one of the seniors on this team. For the Falcons.
Woodstock's got a supreme height advantage. They've got to take control.
Bounce pass from Virtue was taken away by the Centaurs. Here comes Garrett Bushy. Easy jumper will not fall. Rebound comes down. Jump ball called. This one will go back to Fitch.
2-on-1. Have to score points.
Yeah. This is what I talked about in the pregame with Dante Adams about putting the ball in the basket. Right now they're leading 7-5. But a lot of opportunities seem to be going by the wayside. Rivera with the basketball. Over to Robinson. Robinson at the elbow. Jukes around Bushy. Turns and goes the other way. Flicks back to the left. No good. Rebound out of bounds. It will go back over to the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. The shooting percentages on either side, not good.
And we got full court man by Fitch.
Bushy and Larson. Well, actually, Bushy and Robinson got tied up, I think.
Yeah.
And Robinson, was there some...
Bushy shoved Robinson.
Okay, and just a little...
Just a talk.
Yep, just
by
a little
Mr.
chat.
Vitale.
So Larson with the basketball. Goes over to Morissette, dribbles through the traffic, gets it over onto the corner. As they turn it back around to Morissette. Morissette gives it back over to Teddy Richardson, who's in the game. Hunter Larson from three is not good. Rebound, Richardson came up with it. Richardson back over to Larson, or to Morissette, I should say. Morissette runner, actually tried to dish it off to Beauchene. It's a turnover. Looked down low, saw Beauchene. Beauchene was not anticipating it, I do not believe. Robinson with the basketball. Over to Rivera. This is Timmerman. Looks to go lane, tosses it out. Bounce pass from Virtue inside to Rivera, no good. Rebound comes out as as Wagner with it. Bounce pass to Virtue, back to Rivera. Spins around, blocked by Bushy, but a foul on Garrett Bushy.
And they got Bushy on the body. Not so much the block.
Right.
With the body. And that's the fourth team foul. First on Bushy.
Well, we haven't seen a point since the 4:49 mark, which was 2 minutes and 47 seconds ago.
Well, every possession is going to be dear. Turnovers are going to determine this game.
Yeah, and maybe free throw shooting.
Right, without anybody really, to this point, taking control offensively. Oh, my, the bank is open, Mark.
Yes, it is for Mr. Rivera, as Lorenzo Rivera put that one home. Cuts the lead to 1 for the Centaurs. Francis, unfortunately,
right.
back in the game for the Falcons.
As is number 10, Van Spruvel?
Spruill. Yep. Missing the second one was Rivera. Rebound came down to the Centaurs. Here's Hunter Larson. That ball was off of Larson's foot, picked up by Rivera. Back we go the other way, and a foul on Larson. Kind of got the elbow onto the backside.
That was a frustration
foul. Yes, it was. First on Larson.
5th on the team.
You know how you say that JV and varsity sometimes mirror one another?
Yep.
And I think we were saying in the JV game, I don't know if I'm going to look forward to the varsity game because this is starting to mirror what the JV was.
It's going to be a fist fight.
Yeah. Taking it out was Saintville Ravex, who's into the game. Ravis, I should say. He may remember Saintville Ravis because he played for the Fitch Falcons football team. He was one of the running backs. Jumper is up and no good. Rebound comes down to Richardson.
Speaking of football players.
Yeah, Teddy Richardson. Now it's tied up underneath.
Oh, my God, they're all over him.
Yeah, and they're going to call a jump ball. Robinson and Saucier, and it will go over to the Centaurs. Saucier was trying to get out of that entanglement, and no one was going to help him.
Not even the referee.
Not even the official. It was a mess in there. A little scrum, if you will. This is Bushy to Erickson.
Good.
Erickson to Bushy. To the lane, kicks it out. Saucier from 3. Got it! Braden Saucier.
That makes me very happy.
In more ways than one.
Yes, sir.
10-6 in favor of the Centaurs. And by the way, this was the score at the end of the first quarter of the girls' game last night. Won't be the score at the end of the first quarter of this one, as Van Spruill puts one home for Fitch. On the runner. There's Bushy with the basketball. 2-point lead for the Centaurs. Erickson in the corner. Threw it, and it was knocked away. It was picked up by Larson. There was a touch by Fitch. No backcourt. This is Hunter Larson with the basketball. Over to Garrett Bushy. Bushy picked out up on top by Javon Robinson. Robinson just a freshman. Now with the basketball coming through. Teddy Richardson blocked by Francis, and a foul, I think, on Francis.
Bailed him out.
Yep. Indeed, it will be on Francis. His first, am I right?
Yes, sir. Second on the team.
Free throw line is Teddy Richardson.
Big left-hander.
Did not play varsity basketball last year. Gets the first. Kind of thrown into the mix in football as the quarterback after the medical emergency suffered by Braden Saucier. One more attempt here for Richardson. Dante Adams said, I didn't know what to expect. I like what I saw. Larson on the rebound, back up and good after the miss.
Great finish. That's going to drive coaches crazy.
So the Centaurs with a 13-8 lead over the Fitch Falcons. Here's Rivera right to the hole. Erickson on the block. And that ball is knocked out of bounds by Francis on the hustle, getting down there on Larson. Woodstock Academy ball, but that could have been an easy bucket as Larson was aiming to go to the hoop.
11.5 seconds to go in the quarter.
Erickson left high to get that one over to Bushy from 3, and it's good. Opening up a little lead here. Wagner with the basketball out to Rivera, not going to get the shot off in time as the first quarter comes to a close. A little flurry. Something we won't hopefully see tonight, except on the basketball court. 16-8 in favor of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquet's, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18 cubic foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18 cubic foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Second quarter just about ready to get underway here. 16-8 in favor of the Woodstock Academy Centaurs after a nice flurry at the end. A couple of three-pointers and a three-point play. Kinda. There was a rebound off of a missed free throw. So kinda a three-point play that really kind of got them going.
This is showing Coach Adams that they have spurt ability as far as scoring is concerned.
Wow.
There's a lot of people on that floor that can hit threes.
Rivera with the basketball.
Edge.
Left-hand dribble goes over to Javon Robinson. Saucier is on him. This is Timmerman. Timmerman to Wagner. Wagner drives the lane. Little left-hand scoop won't go. Got his own rebound. However, lost it. Picked up by DeLeva Beauchamp. DeLeva Beauchamp over to Erickson. He got trapped in the corner. Bushy still in the backcourt. Has to get over and does. Bushy thought about the three. Dishes instead to Saucier. Saucier picked up there by Robinson. Now with a right-hand dribble after the spin move. Knocked away from Saucier. Picked up by Francis. Thrown away to Morissette. And what you can do, we can do better. So Saucier now in front of us after the dual turnovers. Bounce pass inside. Low post Erickson with the left.
And that's how you finish it.
18-8 in favor of the Centaurs. Rivera to Robinson. Bushy on him. Over to Timmerman.
Fitch has to find somebody other than Francis that can score for them.
Well, right now, Francis got the basketball. Francis drives on Beauchamp, gives it up.
Beauchamp did a nice job cutting the lane off.
Robinson against Bushy. Little underhand scoop, no good. Rebound comes down to Beauchamp. Beauchamp gives it up to Bushy. Bushy almost had it taken away, has to dive on the floor. This is where you would call a timeout, but the arrow is in your favor, so at least the Centaurs keep possession.
Now Nagel's coming back into the game with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Larson back as well. That's been a little bit of an issue.
Right.
Nagel has had to sit because of those 2 fouls, but actually they prospered at the end, and now they have the 10-point lead. So maybe they started to get a little used to playing without the senior, which is not a bad thing, just to kind of get things rolling.
Well, you've got to have somebody that can handle the ball. Larson can, Morissette can, but you want that ball in Nagel's hands.
Nagel was a leading scorer last year, 7.4 points
per
game.
Pass.
Erickson from Beauchamp gets the easy layup. 4 points now for Erickson in this quarter, and a 12-point lead for the Centaurs. Robinson with the basketball. Left side, Francis. Francis driving on Beauchamp. Turns to his left. Has to give it up. Goes to Timmerman from 3. Got it. Kind of quiets things a little. Well, maybe not. I don't think you can quiet a house in a high school crowd.
It's what the Falcons needed at this point. They needed a 3.
They did. 20-11. Larson from 3 to answer, and he does! Hunter Larson from 3. 23-11 with the basketball, Robinson. A little behind the back dribble there.
You said Robinson's a freshman?
Huh? Yeah, Robinson's a freshman.
Wow. It's a lot of hair for a freshman.
He's got the basketball right now, too, as they go over and they give it up. That was over to Trace Morales, who's in the game for the first time. Robinson back with the basketball over to Francis.
Nice
Francis
move.
baseline against Beauchamp over Erickson. Can't get it to fall. Beauchamp on the rebound.
Beauchamp's done a very nice job defensively and on the glass.
Beauchamp now with the ball running down. If that wasn't a travel, it never was one.
Well, I'm glad they called the travel and not the charge.
That's true, because either one would have worked. But he took about maybe 4 or 5.
It would have been fine in the NBA.
Oh, yeah, it would, absolutely in the NBA, but not so much in high school.
Jackson Gallagher checks into the game for Woodstock.
Trace Morales with the basketball, tosses it up to midcourt to Timmerman. Timmerman drives against Gallagher in a foul. Right as he came in, Gallagher picks up the infraction. That's his first.
6th on the team.
As we near the free throw line for the Falcons, although they're on it right now because that's a shooting foul for Timmerman. Centaurs go from here on the road. They go to Wyndham on Saturday.
Never a fun place to play.
No, Timmerman misses the first free throw. Actually, the one with the road Warriors will be the Centaurs girls. They play against Amistad here on Saturday afternoon at 1:30. They won't be back till December 30th. Yeah, a little ways. They got like 5 or 6 games on the road after this. Timmerman's free throw is up and good.
Well, early season, that's not a bad thing. That's when the bonding is made. That's when the team chemistry is made. That's when you find out about your teammates and each other.
Agreed. I agree with that entirely. If you're going to go on the road for a while, might as well do it early. Nagel with the runner. Good!
And no call. I like the no call.
Drove in, got the runner. 25-12 in favor of the Centaurs. Timmerman with the basketball. Timmerman trying to break loose. Timmerman had to pull it back down.
That's got to be something.
Robinson with the ball. Back out to Timmerman. Timmerman gets it over to Santvel Ravis. We'll just go with Ravis, I think. And that ball goes out of bounds off Robinson. This might be a timeout time almost for Fitch.
Well, Woodstock's doing a nice job playing very aggressive, very tenacious defense. They're switching. They're finding the open man. I like this.
Nagel with the basketball against Morales. Nagel drives, didn't
like
have
that.
a shot, turnover. Had 4 guys on him and no help. Robinson drives in and a foul, a block will be called on Gallagher. Well, he's been a foul magnet in the first 2 minutes he's been in.
That is his second, team 7th.
So shooting, would have been shooting anyway, but now they're in the 1-and-1. As to the free throw line goes Robinson for Fitch. And Robinson's first free throw well short. The one thing that you can look at in an early start like this, especially in game 1, confidence.
Right.
You got to like it for confidence purposes.
Depth of the bench as well.
Yeah.
Woodstock's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Robinson's
9
second
players.
free throw went down. So that's a 1 out of 2 for the freshman. 25-13 in favor of the Centaurs. Nagel gets the ball out of the hands of Morissette and out of bounds. Little bump that wasn't called.
With a 12-point lead at this point, I'd like to see him offensively slow down just a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of settle in.
Work through the offense a couple of times.
Right now you're playing into Fitch's hands more so by playing fast because they get a chance to get more opportunities and get back into this game. This is Ravis. Ravis with the basketball over to Robinson. This is Francis. Well outside. Francis working on Erickson. Got around him. Over the top of Morissette. No good. Rebound Erickson. Francis has been cold ever since the first quarter. Nagel got run into by Ravis, and a foul will go against Ravis as Nagel went to the ground. So Ravis picks up his first.
Team's 3rd.
A shooting foul, so Nagel will go to the free throw line. As we mentioned, Brandon Nagel, the leading scorer for the Centaurs last season, 7.4 points per game. Easier said than you probably could say it better than I could. Nagel misses the first free throw.
7.4 points per game?
Yeah, it gets a little
I got
bit.
it.
Yeah, you did. You got it better than I did, that's for sure. 12 three-pointers last year, averaged 4.6 rebounds. That might be something you don't think about. 58 assists, 32 steals. As with the second free throw now is Nagel. Teddy Richardson standing behind him. Nagel's free throw is up and good. 1 out of 2.
Woodstock's second free throw of the night.
Really?
Yes.
26-13.
Second made.
Second made, right. Ravis right to the hole against Beauchene and just said, I'm going to take it there. And no one was really going to step in his way.
No.
He played the fullback role on that one.
Yes, he did.
First down and 10. I'm going for it. Foul called. Go against the Falcons. Goes against number 3, Rivera.
His first, team's 4th. Fitch doesn't have anybody with more than 1. Woodstock
4.
has Gallagher and Nagel, both with 2.
Richardson, Nagel,
Set a screen.
and Gallagher are
Set a
both.
screen.
Nagel and Gallagher are both out there. Larson and Beauchene with them. This is Nagel trying to get back down the floor against Rivera. Went into the lane, dished it out to Richardson. Quick dish back to Nagel. Out to Larson. Down on the baseline as Beauchene stepped on the baseline. Yeah. I was afraid he was getting mighty close to it, and he did get too close.
Uh-oh.
What do we got? A little bit of calming down, shall we say?
Could have given him a technical.
So a little chat is all they go in for. And the other thing, too, first game of the season, you got to figure the emotions are high.
Well, did you see James Delaire Beauchene at the scorers table? He was dripping sweat. Absolutely dripping
well,
sweat.
they haven't exactly been taking it easy out here on the floor.
No,
just
sir.
Running back and forth.
No, before the game even started.
Oh, before the game
they
even
were,
started.
They were when he was reading the statement, the ECC statement.
I didn't really look. As with the basketball was Sproul. Back out.
Blocked.
That was blocked. Virtue took the shot, blocked by Erickson, I do believe.
Gotta love when you get a three-pointer blocked.
Yeah. Nagel to Bushy. Bounce pass taken away by Rivera.
Can't have a lazy pass against the Fitch basketball
And then
team.
they try to throw one in the middle of a crowd and a turnover for Fitch. Back comes Erickson. Right to the hole, lays it up and home. Big guy says, no, I'm just going to take it myself.
I got it.
I understand this one. 28-15 in favor of the Centaurs. Bounce pass, low post.
Don't do it.
This is Virtue with it. Get it up and threw it away. Back come the Centaurs. Richardson lost the handle. Goes out of bounds, but he'll stay with Woodstock Academy. And it's been kind of a turnover fest in that regard as well.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I think more so for Fitch than for Woodstock Academy, as Robinson comes back in with Timmerman. Saucier checks in for Larson.
You know, you're going to, with this Coach Adams team, you're going to be in and out, just go as hard as you can. Yep, foul on number 10. That was a hold.
Should be, I think you're right. It was a hold on Sproul. That's his first, I do believe.
Team's 5th. And that's all right. Minute 52. Yeah. No problem with that.
So
it's 5. That's only 5.
That's only 5. What are they giving 1 and 1?
They were looking at the wrong side of the board.
Yeah, it's only, the Centaurs have 7. Fitch has only 5.
Yep.
So taking it out will be Bushy. Only a sophomore, 6-foot sophomore for the Centaurs. He didn't play any varsity ball either last year. This is Nagel going to the hole, misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Timmerman. The Falcons trying to get back into this game. Baseline runner knocked from behind by Bushy.
Blocked by Bushy.
Yeah.
From behind.
Yeah, Robinson just could not get that up in the air after that. Saucier to Richardson. Right. Richardson tries to go around Sproul and does. Gives it up, and a three-point attempt by Nagel is no good. Rebound Francis. Somehow managed to stay in bounds with that one. Runner for Timmerman partially hit.
Look
rebound
at Bushy get that rebound. Fitch had possession. Bushy just came in and got it.
Yep. Up ahead to Nagel. Nagel against Sproul. Tosses to the corner. Richardson along that baseline coming our way. Picked up there by Saucier.
Now there's no shot clock, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Erickson drives from the dish by Saucier. And we have a 30-15 lead for Woodstock Academy. With
Good
the basketball
help.
driving is Robinson, no good. Rebound comes down to Bushy.
One shot,
Bushy hands it off, gives
shot.
it over to Nagel. Nagel back out to Saucier. 27 seconds to play in this half.
You're up 15, you want one shot.
That's all you need. Nagel to Bushy. Saucier kind of drifting around out there.
That's body all
Nagel,
day long. That's
Nagel
body.
Against Robinson, taken away by Ravis. Now, if Ravis did what he did last time, he's going to go right to the hole. This time he kind of hit the bottom of the basket, but Timmerman was there for the rebound and the basket. Last 5 seconds, thrown up there, almost went in for Brady Erickson. Wasn't far away from going down. 30-17, we've reached the break. here at the Alumni Fieldhouse. A 13-point lead for the Woodstock Academy Centaurs. And we'll be back with more.
Well, here's the good friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Milk, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
We're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
I have been doing theater and acting since I was 8 years old. I absolutely love it. Coming here was one of the best decisions I've ever made, if not the best. The school has been so supportive. I am so unbelievably grateful. It's amazing to be in an environment where people want you to succeed and want you to do well. My name is Maggie McLaughlin. I'm a junior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information on where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/futurecentaurs.
And we welcome you back to the Alumni Fieldhouse, where the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, well, they were doubled up for a while on the Fitch Falcons. The Falcons got that last bucket at the end, made it a 30-17 game. Still a 13-point advantage for Woodstock Academy. Gotta like what you're seeing right now, Mr. Smith.
Absolutely. I enjoyed the depth that Coach Adams put out on the floor. Richardson had good minutes. Jackson Gallagher came in with good minutes. Hunter Larson, Carter Morissette, Braden Saucier, Beauchene came in. Nagel, who had foul trouble, was picked up by his teammates. And Erickson, Bushy obviously did a very good job out there.
Interesting thing that I just kind of, I was doing some stats in the break there, and we can't do many, but we can do shooting stats. And the Centaurs shot the ball pretty well, but then again, most of them came from inside the paint.
Right.
But they were 6 for 10 in the first quarter and 6 for 8 in the second quarter.
I also like the threes. You've got 4 different Centaurs knocking threes in that first half. You had one from Larson, one from Saucier, one from Erickson, and one from Bushy. So that's nice balanced scoring. If you're Fitch, who do you key on from the outside? Especially when your 6'6" post player is hitting the first one.
First basket of the night, first basket of the season goes to Brady Erickson from beyond the arc. I mean, you don't anticipate it, but Brady Erickson did have 4 3-pointers in his brief playing time last year for the Centaurs. So from that point of view, he has that capability. He can step out. If Nagel gets hot, he could cause you some issues, like you said, Braden Saucier. Garrett Bushy was an unknown to us.
Right.
We don't know what Garrett Bushy is capable
of,
and
we're finding out.
Seen a 3.
And the 3, as well as what he showed me on the defensive end, the rebounding, the boxing out, he did a very nice job. Bushy did a nice job, and he's going to be in the regular rotation for the Centaurs.
I think they're going to go, I don't know, 10-man rotation?
Yeah, why not?
Because
you got Mathewson and Amlaw that didn't play, that are both just great athletes. Maybe not basketball players first, but great athletes, and they're going to contribute to this team.
So 30-17 lead. The other thing I think we can really look at here is confidence. We talked about that at first. Because of the fact this is game number 1 of the season, you want your team to start off feeling good about itself.
Right, absolutely. And I was a little critical about them pushing the ball, but Coach Adams knows what he wants. His team knows what he wants, and they went out and did it. Do they need a little more polish? Yeah, absolutely. But that'll come with time. It is December 15th.
Yeah, first game of the year.
Right, it's going to come. They're going to improve as this season continues.
And, when you look at it defensively, Fitch, 6 for 19.
Right.
Now, I think a lot of those shots, there was a couple of blocks by Erickson, one by Bushy, and a lot of them were altered in some shape and fashion.
Right. And then let's not forget, you've got another 6'5" in the lane that takes up a lot of space in Beauchene.
Yeah.
He can go up and alter shots. You don't have to get touches. You do have to alter them. And what Woodstock is showing, I think I said it early on, is they're bigger at every position. Francis is a very good player, but Beauchene did a great job on him defensively. So I'm not worried about Beauchene not scoring in that first half. His defense spoke volumes.
8 turnovers for Fitch in that first half as well, and that is also a credit to the defense. So it's the Woodstock Academy Centaurs, a 30-17 lead over the Fitch Falcons. Eastern Connecticut Conference Division II action. We'll be back with more. We're at the half. Come back with some scoring stats for you when we return.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the Confident Retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
The rumors are true. Tusk, the world's #1 tribute to Fleetwood Mac, is coming to Luce Center for the Arts in Woodstock, Connecticut on January 21st, 2023. Landslide, Go Your Own Way, The Chain. They'll play all your favorites. So say you will, say you will. Book your tickets on theluce.org. That's theluce.org.
You know what that sounds like to me, Greg?
What's that, sir?
A real nice Christmas present.
Absolutely.
A couple of passes to go see Tusk. I've seen them. They are awesome.
And I would really like to send out my condolences to Christy McVie's family.
Oh, yes.
That band's music was a big part of my growing up. And
everybody's part. Well, if you're our age, anyway.
Yeah.
We got to remember what we're talking about here. I mean, Fleetwood Mac Rumors.
Yeah.
That album.
That was everything.
Oh my gosh.
That was everywhere, everything.
I think everybody wore it out.
Yes, I did.
I knew you would. No, that was an
I wore out an album, and then I wore out an 8-track, and then I wore out a cassette, and then I wore out a CD.
And believe it or not, one of my favorite songs still, believe it or not, is Tusk.
Yeah.
I like
absolutely.
that, the USC band.
Yep.
It was awesome. What can I say? But anyway, we do have some scoring from the first half. 30-17,
Absolutely.
Woodstock Academy leading Fitch. What do you got?
For the Falcons and Coach Charles Sylvan, Javon Robinson has 1. Kevin Rebix has 2. Lorenzo Rivera with 1. They are led by Xander Timmerman, 7. Van Sproul has 2. And Jacob Francis with 4. That's 17 points. For Woodstock Academy Centaurs and Coach Dante Adams, Teddy Richardson has 1.
Matches his uniform number.
Right. Hunter Larson with 5. Carter Morissette with 4. Braden Saucier with 3. Brandon Nagel with 3. You've got Garrett Bushy with 3, and Brady Erickson leads the team with 11.
And that's what's going to have to happen, I think, with Brady Erickson. And you anticipate he's going to have to get some baskets and get quite a few for the Centaurs to be successful this season. He certainly did in that first half.
I would agree. And what I think this team needs to work on is calming down their offense and continuing to go absolutely mental on defense.
Yeah, I think you could have a little bit more flow to the offense. That's probably a good word for it. And I do like the defensive tenacity. There's no question about that. So we're just about ready to start this second half of play, a 13-point lead. Dante Adams comes out with a smile on his face over there. I wonder why.
Well, we don't have the Fitch Falcons back yet.
No, we don't
there's
do
40 seconds left.
Yeah, they're still waiting on them, and the Centaurs have been out here for a while. So we're still waiting. I hope they found their way back up from the catacombs downstairs.
Well, go find the other team.
I don't know where they are. Oh, my gosh.
I want to everybody that's listening to take a look. Now, I am a connoisseur of minutia.
Okay.
So the team that's winning is almost always the first out of the locker room. The team that's down is usually almost always the second team out of the locker room.
Takes their time.
They have more things to talk about.
And we still don't know where they are. So we'll wait for a moment or two, obviously. I think we have to.
Assistant coach just went down to see where they are.
Excuse us. We have a game to play.
They might have gotten lost. I have seen it happen in the past.
I have too. Take a left, no a right, no a set. No, go up this place.
It's just a big square.
It is, but finding your way out of it sometimes it can be a little bit dicey. Hopefully it's not too dicey outside. I'm wondering about weather right now. It's still, what you got for a temperature? You always have the temperature.
Right now it's 36.
It was 38 when we walked in.
Right.
So I don't know about that. It could get dicey out there.
So for the Woodstock Academy faithful, you might know this, but we get forwarded emails from head of school, Mr. Sanford, every day on the weather from John Bag of Donuts.
That's what we call him.
And it was getting a little dicey.
He was getting what was it? He was getting a little antsy.
Verklempt.
Okay, I'll take that word. Oh my gosh. You're pulling them all
I'm on
out
fire.
tonight. Oh
I'm
my
on fire.
Gosh.
Still no fit.
Here
comes the assistant coach. I hope he found his team.
Maybe they're down there. Maybe they're not. Hopefully they're on their way anyway.
Yep.
Centaurs say they're ready, but we haven't seen any Falcons in attendance yet for this second half of basketball.
Now, one of the things I always did was put the timer on my watch when I went down, and I also had an assistant coach make sure they had a timer as well, so this never happened.
Well, the red and black clad Fitch Falcons are back on the floor.
And they're getting a good earful from the student section.
So ready to go, or getting ready to go here in the second half. Of course, no warm-ups now. You just go out there and play.
Right.
No shooting around or anything like that. It's not like football where you get an extra 3 minutes.
Yeah.
As soon as you get out of the locker room.
It's nice the coaches came up, too.
Yeah, there you go. It doesn't happen often, but once in a while you get these little delays.
Woodstock showing zone here to start the second half.
Delay for Beauchene, Erickson, Morissette, Saucier, and Nagel.
I like Coach Adams. They went out and got on. They go right to man. They
Rivera,
showed zone, go to man.
Wagner, Francis, Robinson, Timmerman for the Falcons. On this right side is Timmerman. He goes over to Rivera against Saucier. Dishes out left side. Robinson drives inside, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Beauchene. Everybody cleared out. Beauchene, I don't know who got the what.
Beauchene with the elbow.
I think he gave the elbow. I do.
He's lucky he didn't get a tech.
I agree. Beauchene gets the foul. Yeah, it looked like he reached out with that left elbow and pushed over Robinson. So Beauchene's, what's that, second?
First,
okay. Rivera trying to take it out for the Falcons.
Stolen
at the baseline by Saucier. Up to Morissette. Taken away by Rivera. Back we go the other way. Rivera bounced pass, gave it up, got it back, got the basket. An interesting start to this second half. 30-19. Saucier. Bounce pass kicked by Timmerman. So we'll go back over to the Centaurs over on this near side.
Now, Fitch comes out all fired up. That's what Coach Sylvan did at halftime. Got him fired up. Can you withstand this?
Well, they always say this is one of the most important parts of the game is coming back in at the beginning of the third quarter. Beauchene to Morissette. Bounce pass to Nagel against Rivera. Nagel
get him a high screen.
Goes to the right side. Nagel trying to go over to the paint. Gives it up to Saucier from three. No. Rebound. Erickson had it taken away, but a foul on the floor.
It's on Timmerman.
Yes, it is. No, Wagner. Isn't it four?
Wagner.
First for Wagner?
Yes. first on the team.
Erickson will get the inbounds from Nagel. Back over to Morissette, over to Nagel. 3, got it! Brandon Nagel from the corner. So a 33-19 lead for the Centaurs. Francis inside, he's going to get the foul. That one likely against Beauchene again. Indeed it is.
That hurts. 2 quick ones.
14 points difference here. And Francis at the free throw line. Francis misses the first. Hunter Larson back into the game, taking out Beauchene.
2 quick ones, minute and 15 seconds into the second half. You don't want him to get his third, so smart move by Coach Adams.
Francis, his second one, up and no good. Rebound, Larson comes down with it. Larson will bring it up the floor. Hunter Larson saw me the other day and he says, you know you have me listed as a forward center? And I said, no, I don't have you listed as a forward center. Coach Adams has you listed as a forward center. Oh, Saucier, now you know why. To Larson. Larson's jumper at the elbow is good.
Gotta love that lefty.
35-19 Centaurs. Pressure now offered up by the Centaurs. Robinson a little behind the back dribble against Nagel. Pulls it back to the logo. Rivera comes out to help. Robinson goes to the left side against Erickson. Erickson altered the shot and got the foul.
Not on Nagel, not on Nagel.
I think it's on Erickson.
Yeah, it is.
It's on Nagel. Okay, from behind. Third on Nagel. Third on the Centaurs here in the third quarter. So to the free throw line goes Robinson. First one is no good.
And most of those fouls were reaches. Can't reach.
Garrett Bushy comes in for Brandon Nagel. And Robinson, one more attempt here. 16-point lead for the Centaurs. Falcons make it 15 on the free throw by Robinson. This is Larson. Larson had that ball knocked away by Wagner, up ahead to Robinson, and a foul on Bushy.
And he called with the body.
So Bushy gets the foul there.
His second. And
Fourth
that's 2
already.
with the body.
Fourth already on the Centaurs in this half.
Right.
That's a problem right there. Robinson's free throw is up and good. The Falcons haven't been scoring a lot from the field, but starting to get a few more from the free throw line.
That one was good?
Yep. One more attempt. Misses this one. Rebound, Erickson got it over to Larson, barely. And Larson gets out of the crowd, falls to the ground, throws it up the floor, knocked out of bounds. Fortunately for the Centaurs, last touched by Rivera. Larson was off balance when he threw that, literally ended up on the floor.
Got to handle the pressure. If you can handle the pressure, that's backcourt. That's backcourt.
Bushy.
You're saying he never had control.
Yep. Over to Larson. Larson to Morissette. Bounce pass to Bushy. Jumper, no good. Francis got a hand on it. Bushy gets the ball, tosses the Morissette, knocked down instead by Wagner, knocked down by Larson. Over to Morissette. Morissette turns and shoots, no good. Rebound comes down to the Falcons. What a mess, and they throw it away. Up ahead to Morissette, blocked by Francis. Oh,
Settle.
I don't know if anyone knows how to do that right now.
Braden Saucier does.
Calling out signals inside the logo. My gosh. Saucier gives it up to Larson. Larson's jumper, no good. Rebound, Robinson. Up ahead quickly to Timmerman. Wagner had it stripped out of his hands and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Falcons. I only saw 2 shots in that whole mess, if I'm right. There was a lot of ball on the floor, and who knows? There was some, blocks and turnovers, and it was just a mess, a scrum.
No, it's middle of December basketball.
Yeah, you can tell. A little rusty, shall we say. Ball knocked out of bounds by Erickson.
Austin Amlaw coming in.
First time we've seen Austin, the senior, for the Centaurs tonight. 4:46 to go here in the third quarter. They get it in over the top to Morales, who turns, spins, puts it up and good.
That
35-23.
Sproul.
Oh, Sproul, excuse me, that's right. Morales is number 12, I think. 14. Inside after the turnover, and putting it down is Wagner. And a timeout is called by the Centaurs. Oh, by the Falcons, I should say. 30. Nope, it was by the Centaurs. We'll take a timeout. 35-25.
Skill set as opposed to the world of academia. It serves as a kind of playground for creativity that not only provides diversity in my life, but is also something I can then use to progress my other studies. Although one of my greatest joys is acquiring knowledge through my studies, it becomes easier to feel like a machine. Art, creating, brings back the humanity in society. It is a kind of communication that is internationally understood. My name is Maya Fraga. I'm a senior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/future centaurs.
A little water break for them, a little Mountain Dew break for us.
Yes, sir.
Kind of need that this time of night after a long day of school and 2 nights in a row of basketball play-by-play.
Yes, sir.
35-25. It's back to a 10-point differential. Falcons taking advantage of a little bit of frenzied play by the Centaurs.
Absolutely, which is why Woodstock Academy has got to dial it back. All right, control the ball, control your emotions, control the tempo. Go crazy on defense.
Not on offense.
Not on offense.
So it will be Woodstock Academy basketball, I do believe. Should be, because there was a basket by Wagner last time.
You just scored 2 baskets. White ball underneath. 2 baskets. White ball underneath.
I think
white ball underneath.
Because Fitch just scored.
They just scored 2 baskets in a row.
Yeah, they just scored.
It was a nice try, though.
Yeah, 35-25. That's what it is. Taking it out will be Richardson. Trying to get it to Larson. Larson got it. Now he's kind of a little tentative with it. Back over to Richardson. Back over to Larson. Larson gets it over the timeline.
Don't jump.
Bushy. Tosses cross. Richardson from the elbow. Jumper, runner, good.
Nice basket.
Hard fought for. Took a lot of work to get that basket. Wagner with the ball for the Falcons. Tucks it, dribbles, gives it up to Sproul. Easy bucket. That's not the kind of defense you want, right?
No, Fitch is doing the things they need to do offensively.
Bushy
They're finding
misses
somebody
the
new.
3. Richardson got the rebound, went out of bounds. Just a matter, it goes back over to the Centaurs. Partially blocked by Fitch, they say. So the 10-point differential remains here. Halfway through this third quarter. Nagel back into the ball game. 3 fouls and all. Beauchene into Richardson, taken away by Rivera, and a foul. Nope, out of bounds call. This will stay with the Centaurs. Nagel will take it out.
You know, now's the time when you start looking for back doors. They're overplaying so hard. Go back door. Fake the pass, go back door.
Nagel with the ball right now up on top. Gets around Rivera with the right hand. Tosses it out to Larson. 3 misses. Rebound.
Oh, look at Bushy.
Ravis just didn't get a good jump on it, and Bushy got behind him. This is Larson. Larson driving through. Should have been a foul. And now you get a foul. Oh, you get an offensive foul. How do you get an offensive foul when it was a reach and a grab on the way in?
5-1. 5-1 fouls.
First on Larson, am I right? Or second on Larson?
Second on Larson.
Second, thank you. Fitch basketball, more importantly. After that, I don't know if you saw the grab as he was going.
Absolutely.
It was pretty clear. That was like pass interference. Is Ravis still out there? He is.
Yeah.
Maybe he committed it. I don't know. Robinson to Ravis. Ravis driving, gives it up. Gives it to Sproul on the baseline. Back to Ravis. Back outside to Robinson. Robinson now the left-hand dribble to the lane, gets some space for himself, and it will not fall. Rebound fought for with Beauchene, and he throws it through the arms of Richardson.
Beauchene touches his chest, says sorry about that.
Saucier coming back into the game. So the guards now are a little bit more normal with Saucier and Nagel. Fitch basketball. Ravis gets it into Sproul. Sproul against Larson. Sproul working hard against Larson. Larson goes down. Sproul misses the shot. Beauchene ends up with a basketball.
Sproul wanted to know why he didn't get a foul called.
3 from downtown Belleville.
Yep.
Nagel buried it. That was needed. 40-27 in favor of the Centaurs. Driving is Ravis. Might have gotten the basket and the foul on Beauchene.
And Beauchene picks up his third.
Yep, the basket was good. So Ravis will go to the free throw line. That is 6 now on the Centaurs as far as fouls are concerned in the half. And Ravis to the free throw line, a chance to get it back to 10 again and make up for that three-pointer by Nagel. That was actually more like downtown Griswold than it was Belleville.
He was beyond the PG line.
Yes,
that's on
he was.
The floor. The college line.
Ravis to trying to get this back to 10. And he is not successful. Erickson on the rebound. Bushy jumped up for that one, thought it was coming to him. Larson, fortunately, behind him, stopped his dribble, got the fortunate kick. Larson, a little tentativeness there.
Right.
Got to be a little bit more decisive.
Well, the way you handle this is you put 7 JVs on the floor, 8 JVs on the floor, and break the press.
Yeah.
That's just so chaotic, so crazy that 5 players, nothing.
Saucier drives, and Robinson blocked him.
Robinson wanted the call that the ball went off Saucier. I don't think it did.
It didn't get it. Whether it did or not, he didn't get the call. So it is back over to the Centaurs. They get it in to Saucier. Saucier out here to Larson. Left side, left wing, Bushy. 3, no, front side rim. Rebound, Bushy saved it, but he went out of bounds before he did.
Morissette comes back in for Bushy.
Francis comes back in. Yep, for Fitch. And the Falcons with the basketball, trying to get back inside 11. It's been a fight for them to do so. Robinson will bring it over half court. Robinson over to Timmerman. Timmerman's drive with the right hand, laid it up and home. Little kiss on that one for Timmerman.
Timmerman's first basket of the second half.
Stolen by the Falcons, missed by Timmerman. Rebound, Nagel had it, and it went out of bounds, back over to the Centaurs.
Woodstock's got to handle the ball. They've got to absolutely make sure that they control the ball. If you can touch it, you're going to own it.
Absolutely. But that hasn't happened. Larson to Nagel, back to Larson. Stops the dribble, but he gets it to Nagel. Nagel down that far sideline, picks it up, tosses to Erickson from 3, short. Rebound knocked out of bounds by the Falcons, I think.
Yep. 2 players not talking to each other, not communicating.
Nagel to take it out with 1:24 left in the third. Nagel gets it in.
Nice
barely
hands by Larson.
Yeah, Larson had to stop that one from going out, goes around and gets the foul on Francis.
Oh.
No, offensive foul. Okay. 3rd on Larson, 7th on the Centaurs.
Now they won't shoot because that was a
correct, an offensive.
An offensive foul.
Player control.
Foul.
So taking it out is Trace Morales, who's back into the game for the Falcons, 1:17. This is Ravis to Rivera to
Woodstock's
Morales.
in a 2-3.
Francis, left side. Rivera, top of the key. Right side, Ravis, bounce pass to Rivera. 1:05. Erickson's keeping a big eye, though, on Francis. Rivera, catching, playing catch out top. They'll let that happen, and the Falcons say, you can't let that happen. We got to get something moving. So we're going to call a timeout. We'll keep it here on this one. Woodstock Academy, a couple of games coming up on Saturday, 3 games in fact. The Woodstock Academy girls hockey team taking on Simsbury, their home opener for the Woodstock Academy new cooperative program, featuring players not only from Woodstock Academy but from Ledyard and Wheeler and Norwich Tech. And
all
East
over
Lyme
Eastern
and
Connecticut.
Fitch, believe it or not. So they'll be playing Simsbury at noon at the Jan Ice Rink at the Pomfret School. The Woodstock Academy girls will be playing right here at the Alumni Fieldhouse on Saturday against Amistad First Achievement out of New Haven. That game at 1:30. And then, of course, at 5 o'clock, the Woodstock Academy boys play their second game of the season. Only thing, this one will be on the road into Willimantic to take on Windham. Windham, by the way, was Division III last year. Moved them up Division II this year.
And now they're with us.
Now they're in this division, so that is also a divisional game. Kind of tough. Start the season not with 1, but 2 divisional games.
Back to back. But welcome to the ECC, Coach Adams.
Welcome to the ECC, no question. Now you know what he's going to have to go through.
9-point game. This is a very big possession. Now Woodstock shows that they're going back to man. They gave them the zone look. Coach
Morales
for Fitch had to call timeout. They're back in man.
Morales gets it into Robinson. Right side is Rivera against Saucier. Gives it up to Ravis. Drives the lane. Puts it up. It is no good. Rebound Larson. Back come the Centaurs. Larson to Morissette. Back to Saucier. Saucier step back behind the arc. Over to Nagel. Cross court. High pass over the top of Morissette. No backcourt, but Morales picked it up for Fitch. Over to Robinson, up ahead Ravis, no good. Rebound comes down to Nagel.
Nagel got whacked in the face by Robinson.
So ball
Nagel
was
got
knocked down.
whacked.
Another turnover and now a foul. So the foul will go on Morissette. For Morissette, that's foul number what on Morissette?
Morissette 2.
All righty. 8 on the Centaurs in the half. So it's shooting from here on out, of course, for the Falcons. Robinson at the free throw line. His first is up and no good.
He's been a 50% free throw shooter all night.
One more opportunity here with 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. Puts it up and it is good. 40-32 in favor of Woodstock Academy. Morissette, Saucier, back to Morissette. Robinson, that's a reach-in foul on Robinson. So Robinson picks up the infraction.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've only had 7 fouls all night and complaining about that one?
That one was pretty obvious.
7 fouls all night.
That's it, and they reached in on that one. That one, again, more than obvious. If I can see it, anyone can see it. With the basketball's Nagel, final 8 seconds of the quarter. Nagel to Saucier, might as well take the shot. You're down to 3 seconds. That ball was into Erickson, tried to jam it, would not go down. We've played 3 quarters of basketball. The Woodstock Academy Centaurs lead the Fitch Falcons 40-32 here at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at BusquetsAppliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Oh, they have a lot to talk about.
Welcome back. to the Alumni Fieldhouse, 40-32 in favor of Woodstock Academy over the Fitch Falcons. Season opener for both on this Thursday night. A little Thursday night basketball. Sorry if we've interrupted your Thursday night football, which is just underway.
Yeah.
Who is it tonight even? I can't remember.
I don't
49ers and Seahawks, I think. That's
it.
what it is. So maybe you watch a little bit of that and you watch us at the same time.
The I Don't Care Bowl.
You're right. There'll be a lot of those. Nagel gets it over to Beauchene, lost the handle. Back comes Ravis off the turnover. Ravis blocked by Bushy. Bushy came down with the basketball and gave it up to Morissette. Over to Nagel. Nice job. Garrett Bushy's got a couple of blocks today.
Yes, he does.
This is Nagel with the basketball. He's stripped. They go to the floor together, trying to find someone to give it to. Finally found Bushy. It was like, someone come help me, please.
Yeah.
I'm sitting. Can't you see that?
And Nagel's smart enough to know not to move his feet.
Right. Nagel gives it up to Erickson. Goes in, right through Rivera and the basket. So Brady Erickson might be his first basket of the second half. We're pretty close. 42-32. Three-pointer is up for Morales. No good. Rebound came down to Wagner. Wagner back out to Morales. Crosses it to Ravis. Ravis is going to kick it out. Here's Morales from three. No good. Rebound Erickson.
Freeze it.
Over to Beauchene. Yeah, I think Dante is saying slow down. They are playing at a very rapid pace still. Bushy got himself some real estate, misses a shot, his own follow. Off the miss, got it back. Tosses it out to Nagel from three. No good, little hard. That ball is going out of bounds. And it will go over to Fitch. Robinson back into the ball game for Ravis. Saucier back in for the Centaurs. Francis comes back in for Fitch.
Francis, who had two buckets very early in this game and
Nothing
since.
Yeah. It's kind of been quiet. Still only a 10-point lead. Nothing is sealed yet with 6.5 to play. This is Robinson. They get it over to Morales. Morales along the baseline. Francis gets it into Wagner. So Wagner on the bucket off the pass from Francis.
That was nice-o against the zone.
42-34. Saucier against Robinson. Gets it over the timeline. Saucier gives it up to Nagel. Nagel looking left, goes right. Back over to the left side, down to the lane, gonna drive, little underhand, blocked by Francis. Up ahead, Robinson fouled by Bushy. You kind of knew he was gonna get called for that though.
Yep, that's his third.
Yep. That one is hard, I mean, because you can say use the right hand to push off a little bit.
He did get him with the body.
Yes, he did. So Robinson to the free throw line. .547 and ticking. Well, not anymore. Soon to be ticking. Missing the free throw is Rob. Well, you said he's a 50% free throw shooter.
1 for 2 on every set of free throws he's had. This is his 6th.
That's predictable then.
Yeah, he has no field goals, 12 free throws.
And he does that predictability. You have Mr. Irrelevant in the NFL. That's Mr. Predictable here. 42-35. Well, Mr. Irrelevant's playing tonight. That was a good one.
Is.
Nagel inside and a basket for Beauchene.
Nice drive and dish by Nagel.
Back to a 9-point advantage for the Centaurs. Rivera. Left side, Francis. Goes baseline around Beauchene, has to throw it out up on top. Robinson, fortunately there. Robinson around Saucier. Beauchene came over to help, tossed down on the other side by Wagner. And a timeout.
Full timeout, 44-37.
5:09 left to play here at the Alumni Fieldhouse.
Skill set as opposed to the world of academia. It serves as a kind of playground for creativity that not only provides diversity in my life, but is also something I can then use to progress my other studies. Although one of my greatest joys is acquiring knowledge through my studies, it becomes easier to feel like a machine. Art, creating, brings back the humanity in society. It is a kind of communication that is internationally understood. My name is Maya Fraga. I'm a senior from Woodstock, and I am Woodstock Academy. For more information where you can spend your next 4 years, please visit woodstockacademy.org/future Centaurs.
Back with you at the Alumni Fieldhouse. 7-point lead for the Centaurs, 44-37 on this Thursday. Getting a little bit tight.
Well, Fitch's frenetic pace certainly caused Woodstock Academy to have some turnovers, unforced errors, shots that they might not have wanted to take. So they've got to keep that up. Woodstock's got to learn how to handle it. Now, they've cut into the lead by 1 this quarter. It's 5-4 this quarter.
Yeah.
Woodstock ball, you've got to come down. You've got to take every possession like it's gold.
And you got to take your time.
Right.
I mean, there is no shot
There's
clock
no rush.
yet. There will be next year. Not yet. Don't practice for that.
And Fitch only has 2 team fouls.
Yeah.
To put us on the line, they have to foul
a lot.
So make them.
Bushy will take it out for the Centaurs. Full court pressure being offered up by the Falcons. Bushy gets it into Saucier. Saucier almost had it taken away. Got it back to Bushy. Bushy gets through the double team. Jumper from the free throw line is not going to fall. Rebound, he fought for his own. It ends up in the hands of someone and out of bounds. It'll stay with Woodstock Academy.
And that's what Fitch's pressure makes you do. Nagel takes a runner outside the free throw line. Bushy takes a runner. Slow down, pass the ball around, go through your offense.
Yeah, I mean, he got through 2 players, so I guess he assumed he had an open shot. He did, but he could have wasted a little bit more time. That ball knocked out of bounds by the Falcons. As coming in will be Timmerman again for Fitch. Morales will come out. Erickson maybe will come in soon for the Centaurs, but not quite yet.
Coach Adams has the definitely I'm not sitting ever coaching stance.
Bushy over to Nagel, back out to Saucier from 3. That was partially blocked. And who's got it? Timmerman had it, almost lost it. They get it back. Robinson up ahead. Jumper, bang for Wagner.
Wagner's come alive with 8 points in the second half.
And it's a 5-point differential all of a sudden. This is where he gets to be nail-biting time, you know?
Right.
Bushy gets through the double team, had it knocked away, picked up by Nagel on the other side. So many turnovers, I'm not going to count those 2. This is Saucier. Rivera on him. Tries to go to his left, then to his right. Gets through, dishes, tried to dish, knocked away from Beauchene, locked away from Francis, picked up by Richardson.
That is a
foul on the trip by Francis
that is
on
a trip.
Richardson, absolutely. May not have been totally intentional, but he still managed to get it done. So the foul on Francis, just his second, team's 3rd, compared to the 9 for the Centaurs. Oh, by the way, this is the Alumni Fieldhouse. Just want to make sure.
And Fitch is the more aggressive team.
Yeah, I agree. Nagel taking it out to Erickson. Erickson trying to drive through, kick out. Nagel for 3, no, rimmed in and out. Rebound, Bushy comes down with it.
I don't know how many rebounds he has tonight. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Nagel, and some of them his own. Nagel's a runner, was blocked by Sproul, back up by Erickson.
And Woodstock gets a timeout quickly with 3:46 to go.
We'll keep it here on this one. But when you look at now, 46-39 lead for the Centaurs. And I think we just have to keep on, I know we've been emphasizing it a lot, but we have to keep on doing so. You got to waste some clock.
Right.
You got to run some clock. You got. Although I know it's tough against Fitch because they're going to be constantly in your face. That's the problem.
And that's fine. You've got to take a beat every time you get that ball and get it in a power position. Put it underneath your chin with both hands on either side. So if they hit anything, they're going to hit your hands, they're going to hit your head, they're going to hit your body, and they can't get it out of there. That's a power position. Then use your elbows to, if they get too close to you, take out some teeth.
That's the way you do it.
Well, you want to get a player off you. You want to show a player that you're not allowed to do that to me. That's the way you do it.
That's the way you do it. Show a little bit of...
I know it's not supposed to be a physical game, but it is.
It is a contact game.
Yes, it is.
There's plenty of contact in basketball. I don't think the word non-contact comes into play here, in basketball anyway. So 3:46 left. Centaurs up by 7. And it's Fitch basketball. Well, Dante Adams is sitting, but he's sitting on the scorer's table. Just want to point that out.
That's a Jock Rivera move right there.
It certainly is. No. Then he apologized after he realized what he was doing.
That's not a Jock Rivera move.
No, that's not. Rivera goes over to Sproul. Sproul back over to Morales. Morales back up on top. This is Timmerman. Timmerman with a little bounce up on top now, trying to find something, a lane of some sort, over to Rivera. Rivera kicks out. Robinson falls down, keeps his dribble going, goes the other way, picks up the dribble now, tosses it outside. Morales, 3:15 to go. This is good defense. You're wasting a lot of time.
Set.
Rivera not giving him any opening to drive. Robinson tried to get it to Timmerman, finds it in the hands of Sproul. Sproul lost the handle, picked up by Morissette.
Settle.
Don't run fast.
Get it to Nagel. Settle. Right there. You're fine.
Erickson,
no.
Thought about a three. He said, no, I'm not going to do it yet.
Yeah, but a big man in the corner is a little dangerous.
Nagel with the basketball. Erickson tried to come over and help. Nagel spins, dishes to Bushy.
Smart.
Back out to Larson.
No.
Oh, no. Larson pulled it down, gave it up to Bushy. Back out to Larson.
Let him foul you. Let him come out to you. He's hand checking every time. Hopefully they'll start calling it. Hand check.
Tried to give it up to Nagel, does so. 2:21 left to play in the game. Bushy spinning, move, puts it, short, got his own rebound, missed, but a foul.
Should be on number 14, Morales.
I would agree with that. Indeed it is. I've been waiting now. They've surprised me a couple of times tonight.
Yes.
Second, I should say, what is that? First on Morales? Just the fourth on the team? Bushy misses the free throw. Wagner coming back in for Fitch. One more attempt for the Woodstock Academy sophomore. Second one is up and good. Back come the Falcons with Robinson. 8-point game. Robinson drives, misses the shot, goes to the free throw line. It'll be 47-40 after this trip to the free throw line.
And that's 4 on Bushy. 3 this half.
You got to like his tenacity, though.
Oh, absolutely.
You really
rebounding is awesome.
It's going to be a 2-shot from here on out for the Falcons, no matter if it's shooting or not. As the Centaurs have reached 10 fouls in the half. I told you. And it's usually the first one that's the miss. So this one should go down.
Is that the reverse broadcaster's curse
I'm
right
hoping.
There you go.
No, it didn't fall this time, but a foul underneath. And this one will go on Erickson. If it's Erickson, that's folks, it's 1-1.
That's his first. I don't know why it's not.
Why is it not a 2-shot opportunity?
I don't know.
What was that?
That was a carry twice. That was a carry twice.
And they didn't even take foul shots. I mean, it makes no sense at all. Oh, boy. 47-41. And Fitch didn't even complain. Woodstock turns over the ball. Morales gets the basket. So Falcons now almost steal it again. 4-point differential. Nagel to Erickson. Over to Larson, and it's knocked away. Picked up by Robinson. Ravis driving through. That's got to be a travel.
Whose foul is that?
That's got to be
Who
a
initiated
travel.
the contact?
That's got to be. I thought it was a travel myself before the contact. It was a foul on number 12, Nagel. Is that 4?
That is 4.
This has been a weird game. Just a weird game. 47-43. Ravis at the free throw line. Puts up the first. Good. We'll get one more attempt here and a chance to make it. It's already a one-possession game with 1:30 to play. Ravis' second is good. 47-45. How did this happen? Nagel to Bushy, back to Nagel, back to Bushy, trapped in the backcourt. Saucier's got to get it over the timeline and does. Gets it ahead to Morissette, back to Saucier, got to settle. Saucier back out to Morissette. Here's Nagel coming over, 1:12 to play and a foul on Robinson. It's only their 5th foul. They've got to pick up a couple more.
That's his 3rd, Robinson's 3rd.
They've got to pick up a couple of more here to get them to the free throw line with 1:11. So if you're the Centaurs, you just waste as much time as you can here, even though you only have a 2-point lead. Saucier, Rivera on him. Saucier dribbles through, gives it up. Morissette over to Nagel. Ravis right on him. Nagel throws it almost away. Morissette picks it up. Timmerman trying to get there. It is almost taken away, but Bushy got it. Took the 3, misses the shot. Rebound, Morissette back in. And the basket would not roll. But the foul on the Falcons, it will be a shooting foul. It will go on Rivera.
His second.
6th on the Falcons. So the next one is 1-1 from here on out. Morissette at the free throw line.
Morissette hasn't shot free throws and shows what a senior does.
Puts it down, makes it a 3-point game. One more attempt for Morissette, chance to make it 4-pointer, 4-point lead. 48 seconds to go. Second free throw, missed. Rebound comes down to Morales. Up ahead, Wagner, just over the timeline. Nagel on him. Wagner trying to get away from it, does. Rivera against Saucier, 35 seconds to play. 3-point game. Robinson driving, falls down again. That's a travel.
That is a travel.
No good. Rebound comes down to Nagel and a foul on the Falcons. It will be a shooting foul, as we said. Foul goes on Robinson. 4 on Robinson, 7 on Fitch. Free throw line now for Nagel. What are we doing here?
It's 1-1. It's 1-1.
It's 1-1, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
How many timeouts we got?
So 48-45, free throw line for Brandon Nagel. You can tell it's game number 1 of the year.
Yeah, every assistant coach should know how many timeouts both sides have.
Absolutely.
That's their job.
Nagel at the free throw line. 1-1. It is up, it is good. One more attempt.
Last 4 points for Woodstock have been from the line.
Well, it's a 4-point game, 2 possession. Nagel's second is good. Key free throws. Ball almost thrown out of bounds. Rivera was able to retrieve. Brings it down the floor. Down into the corner is Francis. Tosses it wide open 3 for Rivera. Buries it. And a timeout quickly called by Fitch after the 3-pointer. They haven't had many three-pointers tonight. 50-48 lead for the Centaurs. 13.9 seconds to play.
That's their second three-pointer. Zimmerman had one in the second quarter.
Okay, Coach. 13 seconds if you're Woodstock Academy.
Well, you design your best inbound play, your length of the court inbound play. You're not going to throw it length of the court, obviously, but you want to get it in. You want to get it into your best free throw shooter, whoever the best free throw shooter is, because they're going to have to hit them right away. So you design a play that's going to scrub, that's going to rub two players, get it to one of those two players, and have him cover up. You got 10 seconds to get it over the line.
Yeah.
That's a ton of time. They're going to foul you.
You're going to have to figure they're going to foul right away.
Right away.
And you want to get it, I would assume, to a Brandon Nagel.
Right.
Maybe Carter Morissette.
Well, Brandon Nagel just hit his last two.
That's the reason why I say Brandon Nagel for. That's probably the man I would look at.
Right. So you're going to want to run a double screen for Nagel, Morissette, one of your best
Saucier,
free throw shooters. Sure. But I'd want Saucier inbounding the ball.
Yeah, or
now,
Erickson.
You got to tell him that you can run the length of the baseline. You can run the baseline on this. Bushy inbounding the ball is not a bad choice. He's
Correct.
An excellent passer.
And he's got some height to him. But they decide not to guard the inbounds guys, so they're going to put the extra in the middle and try to make that foul if anyone breaks out. Bushy trying to get it to Saucier. Timeout.
Now he can't run.
Right.
Now you're stuck.
Now you're dead. You're dead at the space.
Now there were no screens on that.
Nope.
I'd like to see.
How many timeouts do they have left?
So it's an interesting situation.
Right.
With 13 seconds to go. Now that one they did very nice job of really tying up Braden Saucier right in front. And there was really no other option
when
who got
Woodstock
loose.
Switched, the Fitch players switched with them. So there's screening doesn't work. It's what Plainfield used to do all the time. They'd switch on every screen, so screens don't work. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to do stack. You're going to have to stack your players and run somebody off of it in an unexpected direction. Bunch them all, run them out. They can't cover everybody.
No,
you're going to lose someone.
You know, obviously they're not covering the inbounds guy, so there is an extra.
Right.
There is an extra.
If they get it in, the extra's job is to
get
whack
the foul
right away.
Get the foul. That's what it is.
Oh, they're saying he can run.
What? Okay. Alrighty. I thought when you called the timeout you couldn't any longer.
That's
maybe the rule has changed.
Yep, maybe.
Could be. But then again, I also found out that you don't have to shoot free throws if you have 10 fouls today. That's a new rule, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. How about that?
Interesting. They're going to let him run. Bushy tosses it in, gets it into Morissette, and a foul from behind. Well, we said Morissette was the one who was going to probably end up with it, him or Nagel.
Smart job by Bushy.
Yep. So it'll be Morissette to the free throw line. The foul was on Timmerman.
And this is 1-on-1.
Only the 8th foul for Fitch. So now Morissette, if he hits them both, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Misses. He only
12.8 is a ton of time.
It is. Morissette hits the first.
Nothing but the bottom of the net.
They'll bring in Beauchene again just to add some height in the back.
Yeah.
Or in the front.
You tell your guys up here, he misses this free throw, just whack it. Just whack it. You don't need to get the rebound. You don't need to control it. Just send it.
Send it somewhere. Morissette's second one is no good. Rebound came out and went out of bounds, however. It'll go over to Fitch. They did step on the baseline trying to grab it.
Beauchene did a nice job.
3 points.
Don't let him roll the ball in. Don't let him roll the ball in.
3 points, 11.6 seconds. Robinson bringing it down the floor. They're going to look for Rivera, one would guess. Rivera with 6 seconds. Rivera at the elbow, trapped there. They give it up. Jumper is good by Sproul. Is it a 3? It's a 3. The time has expired, and we have OT. Oh, my gosh. Sproul hit the three-pointer. Wowee. A three-pointer for Sproul ties his game at 51. And we have another 4 minutes. Well, just figured tonight, right?
Yep.
That we'd be here a little while longer.
Yep.
And by the way, if the picture goes out, which it has the potential of doing now, obviously we plan for everything except for the things that we don't plan for. So in this case, if the picture goes out, the audio remains. So guess what? We'll continue. You'll just get radio play-by-play at some point if indeed the picture goes out on everybody.
The camera we use is called the Huddle camera.
Yes.
And it is a subscription service.
Yes.
And it is only on for so long.
Time limitations.
There is a time limitation, and if that time limitation runs out, the screen will go black, but you will be able to hear us.
Correct. And you'll be able to see our commercials. You figure it out. But it's the way it is. So we just like to point that out, that if we do go black, you'll know why. Okay, it's 5 minutes? I thought it was 4 minutes, but that's okay.
It's 5.
Okay, that's right. I'm rusty, too. It's been been a few months since we did a basketball game. But this one has had a little bit of everything to it. Also, why not play 5 more?
Why not?
We're not going anywhere too soon anyway.
Right. Now, Robinson has 4, Nagel has 4, Bushy has 4. 2 for Woodstock, 1 for Fitch.
So
any of those 3 players that go out of this game, it would be difficult.
It would be. So Erickson and Wagner will tip it off. Francis is not even in the game at this point. Bushy is. So is Nagel. Rivera with the basketball. Rivera looks at Robinson, directs Robinson. Rivera against Saucier. Rivera back at the logo. Rivera drives the lane, puts it up, it's no good. Rebound, Sproul back up with it. He who tied it, no good. Rebound out of bounds. I think he's going to stay with Fitch.
Going down. White ball.
Okay, Woodstock Academy ball. Everybody said, what? They didn't realize it either. Saucier will give it up to Bushy. Back to Saucier. Collapsed upon. Bushy brings it up the floor. Gets it over to Saucier. Wagner has to come over to guard the 3. Saucier a little off the mark. Rebound Sproul.
I don't like that shot in that.
Ball down the sideline, out of bounds. Somebody's marker just went flying onto the floor.
I don't like that shot in that there was no Woodstock Academy underneath to get the ball.
That ball did go out of bounds, but it stays with Fitch.
We got a timeout by somebody.
30-second timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 4:19 to play, 51-51.
Woodstock Academy fans, the Centaur Shop is the place to go for all blue and gold apparel. Shop the latest collection of hoodies, tees, sweatpants, shorts, and more on shop.woodstockacademy.org or visit us in person at the Centaur Shop, located on the south campus of the Woodstock Academy.
All tied up. 51-51. Well, we might be here tonight about midnight.
Might as well just go into the library, sleep in my new classroom. By the way, anybody that had me in class that's listening, the Academy building is under renovation. I don't think I could sleep in there tonight.
I could go back to my office, I guess, for a little shut-eye.
Do you have snacks?
Well, I ate a couple this afternoon because I've been here all day. What can I tell you? Rivera got it into Wagner and then a foul.
Line violation. If he gets another line violation, it's a technical. Don't reach over the line.
Yeah, do not reach over. That's not a good thing to do. So Rivera will try to get it in again. Robinson comes to the backcourt to pick up the basketball. Bushy on him. Robinson in the logo. Rivera. Right side against Larson. Timmerman gets it over to Wagner. Wagner's shot.
Short.
Fall away is good. Wagner's been tough in the second half.
Yes, he has.
53-51 Fitch. This ball is picked up by Larson. Erickson and down in the corner, back out to Larson. Larson dribbling around Timmerman, tried to reach in, now blocked. Comes back out to Rivera. Now the Falcons asking for easy. Everybody's asking for easy. I don't think anyone's got it. Robinson with the basketball. Just my observation, mind you. Rivera against Larson. Rivera goes to his right. Wide open Jay, bangs it. Went left, faked right, went left, got the basket. 4-point lead for the Falcons. Bushy, 3-minute mark of overtime. Nagel, no good. Rebound comes down to Wagner. The Centaurs are going to the basket with no one underneath. They don't have numbers.
Nope.
Falcons bringing it down the floor with Robinson.
Get a count. You have to get close enough to him to get a count. Don't break the count.
Under 2:50 left in this game. This is Rivera against Larson. Rivera gets through the logo. Rivera gets around in a foul by Hunter Larson.
Larson's fourth.
And a lot on the Centaurs, let's put it that way. This will be 2 shots for Rivera. 4-point lead for the Falcons. 2:37 to go in overtime. Rivera at the free throw line. Puts it up, and it is no good.
He was 1 for 2 on the night.
Yeah, he hasn't been there often. One more attempt here for the senior point guard. And his second is up and good. 56-51. This is Bushy. Up ahead, Saucier. Bounce pass inside to Erickson, knocked away by Francis, out of bounds.
Don't need a 3. There's still 2:24 left in overtime. You don't need a 3. You do need a basket.
You do need a basket pretty badly at this point. Bushy into Saucier. Saucier dribbling around up top, almost lost the basketball, gives it back to Bushy. Against Ravis, Saucier has to get that ball back. Saucier stuck in the logo. Saucier dribbles through 2, little runner that won't fall, rebound Francis. And Fitch slows it down with 2 minutes to play and a 5-point lead. This is Rivera. Rivera gets it into Timmerman. Over, down low, Wagner lost it out of bounds. Just kind of slipped through the fingers. The Woodstock Academy basketball. 1:47 left. Bushy gonna run that line. Larson, or I should say Richardson to Bushy. Back to and driving through, putting it up and no good, but he's gonna get the foul. Brandon Nagel. That foul goes on Wagner.
His second.
And they're not quite yet in the double. One more to go. It's a 9th on the team.
Yeah.
Free throw line for the Centaurs.
Yes, sir.
Brandon Nagel. And Nagel, 1:37 left. Hits the first. One more attempt. So Brandon Nagel puts it up, and it's good.
Woodstock hasn't had a field goal in quite some time.
It's been a while. I can tell you in a minute, but I got this to worry about. Called 56-53 with 1.5 to play. Rivera looking to drive, kicks it to Sproul. They're going to try to waste some time. Rivas.
And this
out
is how
to
you
Robinson.
do it. This is how you do it.
This is Rivera. Looks to Rivas, gets it there. Quick skip over to Robinson in the corner. 1:05 to play. Rivas, well, he's going to drive, then kick. Sproul thought about taking it.
Smart.
And then he's going to get fouled by Erickson. For Erickson, that is foul number 2. And to the free throw line will go Sproul. Last basket for Woodstock Academy came at the 3:47 mark, by the way, of the fourth quarter. Free throw is good by Sproul. One more attempt.
Oh, shoot.
For Van Sproul, the senior, for the Falcons. And it is good. And a timeout. Nope. Yes.
Sproul is
Sproul
out.
coming out. Yep.
Francis in for Sproul. Violation red,
lead.
no basket.
Okay, violation. 57-53 in favor of the Falcons. They're going to roll the ball to Nagel. 57 seconds to go. Gets it over the timeline.
You don't need a three. You do need a basket.
Nagel, I should say Bushy with the runner. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Wagner, or Timmerman, I should say, and he'll be fouled. So another free throw opportunity for the Falcons.
Third foul on Brady Erickson.
And Timmerman to the line. Xander Timmerman. Say this about the Falcons. They've been scrappy.
Oh, absolutely.
All night long.
You know, when it was 30-17 at halftime, you're thinking, well, this is over. But no, they scrapped. They came out at the beginning of the second half and just scrapped away at this.
Timmerman's free throw is no good. Not saying this one's over yet either.
No, it's only a 4-point game.
45 seconds to play.
That
and
is
Eon.
That is forever.
Second one is good. So a 58-53 lead for Fitch. Ball in the backcourt, Nagel.
Push, you got to push.
Against Rivera, they get it over the timeline. Rivera gets the call.
All night.
Gets called for the hand check that time. And it will be Nagel to the free throw line. 39 seconds to go. Third on Rivera.
The last thing Fitch wanted was the clock to stop and Woodstock to be able to score with the clock not moving.
Nagel's free throw is good. One more attempt for the Woodstock Academy senior. Gets it. 3-point lead again for the Falcons. Rivera right in front of us, throws it down the floor, and a foul in the backcourt against Richardson.
His first.
.35 seconds to go, puts Rivera at the free throw line. And Rivera's free throw is no good. One more attempt for number 3.
Now,
chance to make a 2-possession game.
Even if he doesn't make this, you don't need a 3.
No,
There's
you don't.
still a ton of time.
He makes it. 2-possession game again. 59-55. Favor of the Falcons. Nagel with the basketball.
He's looking for somebody to move.
Robinson came out to get him. Richardson's out there with him. And a timeout.
Nobody's
called
moving.
By Woodstock Academy. Full timeout. Back with more
Here's the
in a
good
moment.
friend.
I'll drink to that. Say, Ernie, still fooling around with magic?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I've got a great new trick I've been working on.
Ernie, not the watch and scarf trick.
It's the watch and scarf trick. Now, let me show you. Mel, give me your watch.
You're not going to make it disappear, are you?
Now, Sylvia, I need to borrow your silk scarf.
Be careful with it, Ernie. It's my mother's.
No problem. Now, I take Mel's watch, wrap it carefully in Sylvia's scarf, and then set fire to the scarf.
Ernie!
And poof! Uh-oh.
Look at my $2,500 watch.
Jeez.
My mother's scarf. That's the watch and scarf trick.
Let me show you how it's done.
Show me. Who's your insurance agent?
There's no trick to finding good insurance coverage. Just call Girardi Insurance Services for homeowners and automobile coverage that really covers. Our experience in designing comprehensive protection programs can be tremendously helpful in your planning for the future. You never know what's going to happen next, so know you're ready for whatever happens.
When they ask who's your insurance agent,
Say Girardi Insurance Services, your independent agent.
we're the answer.
See them online at GirardiInsurance.com.
.5 seconds to go. A 4-point lead for the Fitch Falcons and Woodstock Academy with the basketball.
Now, again, with 23, you don't need a three. You need to get a basket. You need to get a basket quickly, but it doesn't have to be a three.
Nagel will take it out, gets it to Bushy, back to Nagel. Three, no. Rebound Robinson.
Foul him right away.
And a foul on Nagel, I think. Nope. On number 4, Morissette.
That's his third.
Sorry, Nagel just pounded his chest like it was my fault, but that was for missing the three.
Yeah, missing the three.
Just the wrong reason, I guess, that I picked up on. And to the free throw line goes Robinson now with just 17 seconds to play. You can make this a completely two-possession game if he hits them both. But he is Mr. Predictable. Hits the first. He'll have one more attempt here.
Not a basket on the night, but
how many points?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points.
And now
Maybe
Mr. Predictable hits them both. 61-55 in favor of Fitch. Nagel up ahead to Erickson from 3, no good. Rebound on the other side was Ravis, and he was fouled. And that foul will be on Bushy. Might be his 5th.
That is 5 on Bushy.
So Bushy will go take a seat. And in to come will be Braden Saucier. Final 10 seconds of play. I mean, right now it's pretty much Katie by the door as many people start to file out. But it's definitely Katie by the door if you hit one of these. First one is up and no good. I mean, you'd have to run down, get a 3, get a foul, hope they miss, and get another 3.
Yeah, technically it's possible, but it's not possible.
I don't see it happening either. Ravis' second free throw attempt is no good. It will touch the out-of-bounds line and therefore be back over to the Centaurs.
No, he couldn't miss them both in the 4th, could he?
No, had to miss them now. So the Centaurs looking to take it in. They get it into Saucier, under 10 seconds now. Can't waste any time. You just got to launch, and they do with Morissette. Just too hard. Rebound came down to Robinson. He stands there with the basketball, and we have a final, and it's not the one we were hoping for, obviously. A 61-55 win for the Fitch Falcons over the Woodstock Academy Centaurs here in overtime. And we'll be back with our final statistics from Mr. Greg Smith when we return.
When it comes to financial planning, one size fits all isn't a fit at all. Ask the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. It's a personalized, flexible, step-by-step approach towards financial balance, so you can feel confident about the future as well as your wants and needs of today. With the confident retirement approach and a one-on-one relationship with an advisor, the O'Brien Group will help you live life and save for tomorrow in a way that's right for you. It's what financial balance is all about. So call me, Pat O'Brien, today at 860-208-9913. My office is conveniently located above the Shopper's Guide in downtown Putnam, Connecticut at 66 Main Street.
The confident retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financial results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor.
Hi, this is Jeff Busquet.
And Kaylin Busquet of Steve Busquet's Appliance and TV, your hometown appliance store. We've been committed to providing the lowest prices and best customer service in the area for over 35 years, and we are excited to continue this tradition at our newest location, now open at 600 Main Street in Willimantic. We carry and service your favorite and most trusted brands of appliances, TVs, and furniture.
We know you've all heard about back orders in the appliance industry, but at Busquets, our salespeople can find you what you're looking for in stock and ready to be delivered. Amana washers and dryers are only $4.89 each. Whirlpool front-load washers and dryers are only $8.49 each and can handle a king-size comforter. Frigidaire 18-cubic-foot refrigerators are only $6.75. And just arriving, a new batch of Scratch and Dent appliances at our Willimantic store. Scratch and Dent are brand new with a full warranty. We have 18-cubic-foot refrigerators for $5.99. Side-by-side refrigerators start at $8.99. And remember, at Busquets, we service everything we sell and take a year to pay interest-free.
Check us out at one of our locations in Danielson and Willimantic or online at busquetsappliance.com. Pay more, what for?
Welcome back to the Alumni Fieldhouse. 61-55. Fitch prevails here in a season opener for both. And final stats now with Mr. Greg Smith.
For Javon Robinson and Fitch had 6. Kevon Ravitz had 6. Lorenzo Rivera 10. Mike Wagner 10. Xander Timmerman had 12. Van Sproul had 10. 3 huge ones at the end of regulation. Jacob Francis with 4, and Trace Morales with 2. 61 points for the Fitch Falcons. For Woodstock Academy and Coach Dante Adams, Teddy Richardson with 3, Hunter Larson with 7, Carter Morissette with 6, Braden Saucier with 3, James Beauchene had 2, Brandon Nagel had 15, Brady Erickson had 15, Garrett Bushy had 4, 55 points for Woodstock Academy.
And that does it for us here on a very long Thursday night, no question about that. For Greg, well, first off, we can say we may be back on Saturday, we may not. There is some hockey on Saturday. The Woodstock Academy boys go on to play Wyndham in Willimantic on Saturday. Girls basketball here at Woodstock Academy, 1:30 against Amistad. We'll see you again soon here at Woodstock Academy.
You have been listening to Woodstock Academy Live. This copyrighted webcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without authorized written consent of the Woodstock Academy. The Woodstock Academy would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. Today's game has been brought to you by Girardi Insurance Services, the O'Brien Group, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, and Busquets Appliances in Danielson and Willimantic, with production support provided by Oconchabar Productions, LLC. Remember, today's broadcast is available to be seen on woodstockacademy.org/athletics/live. This has been a production of the Woodstock Academy.